As a person who likes to say that they are fairly versed in gaming keyboards, I know that finding a good Hall effect keyboard that doesn't break the bank can be very challenging. Most keyboards in the $40 to $100 price range always have something wrong with them. Whether it's the shaky performance, lack of longevity or support, there's always just one small thing that stops me from fully recommending. That is when this keyboard comes into play. This is the Akko TAC 75HE, a budget keyboard that at glance seems like the perfect budget Hall effect keyboard. It costs just $50, claims to have top-notch performance, and isn't made by a random Chinese brand. So without wasting any more time, let's dive right into this review. Let's start with the packaging. The box is all black and minimalistic. I would say it looks very similar to packaging seen in Keychron keyboards. Once you open the box, the first thing you will see is the keyboard wrapped in foam, along with another small box containing a non-braided cable, a keycap, and a switch puller. The keyboard itself comes in many different variants, including some with custom keycaps. I've decided to pick the all black variant because I'm trying to learn touch typing easier. Also, the design is just so minimalistic, it even would make Optium Tech proud. The RGB on this keyboard is I mostly kept it off as I think the RGB ruins the design of the keyboard. The quality of the keyboard is decent, the keycaps are double shot and I didn't notice any factory issue bending or creaking on my unit, despite the case being made of full plastic. The keyboard is a 75% layout, which in my opinion is the best layout for people who want to save space while keeping all important keys like arrows or arrow intact. The keyboard also allows the cable to go in different directions, which is a nice touch. Overall, I would say the keyboard's feel and aesthetic is pretty good, especially considering the fact that you're only paying $50 for it. The switches inside the keyboard are either the Astrolink switches or the Astra Aim switches. I got the Astrolink switches, which have an actuation force of 35 grams and an end force of 55 grams. The switches are also pre-looped. The keyboard sounds pleasant and gives off a folky feel. Despite this, I think the keyboard should have one more layer of foam, as the keyboard is quite loud and slightly clacky. Since this is a Hall effect keyboard, an important aspect of this keyboard is the performance. Akko states on their website that the keyboard has 16K universal scan rate, 128K sampling rate, and an 8K polling, while the rapid trigger can go as low as 0.005mm. I know you probably have no clue what half of these numbers mean, and me neither, but in practice this basically means this keyboard is very responsive. In games such as Apex or CS2, it allows me to perform wall jumps, bunny hopping, tap strafes way easier, and in general makes more competitive games you play feel way smoother. While testing the keyboard, I didn't notice any issues with rapid trigger. Keyboard also includes RT stabilizers, which help a lot with unintended presses at ultra low sensitivities. A snap key, which is Akko's version of SOCD, as well as mod tap and toggle switch. The keyboard has both web-based and offline software. The interface is intuitive and easy to understand. Of course, it's not as good as something Wooding would make, but I would still say it's the upper echelon of Hall effect software. You can basically do anything in here, like adjust all previously mentioned settings, as well as changing the RGB, macros, and FN settings. Most budget Hall effect keyboards struggle with making good keyboard software, so it is actually pretty surprising to see a relatively cheap keyboard having a UI that doesn't make me want to instantly jump off a bridge. I left the link to the web-based software and offline software in the description down below. Taking everything into consideration, I find this keyboard to be a very good pick for people who value price, aesthetic and performance. Akko also offers 1-year warranty for all their products, which is very nice to see because many budget peripherals manufacturers ghost you as soon as you hear the word refund or warranty. I had a blast using this keyboard and I would definitely recommend checking it out. I give this keyboard an 8 out of 10. The only thing that I would do is add a bit of more foam inside the keyboard and change a cable to be a braided one. I hope you have enjoyed this review. I left the links in the keyboard in the description down below if you want to check it out. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them down below and I'll try to answer them as fast as possible. Anyways, thank you for watching and hope you have a good day.